This edition of Anime Match Game is brought to you by NIS America, Hyperdimension Neptunia Victory. Several years after preventing R4L's revival, game industry has remained at peace without any major issues. Then one day, Neptune is sent to another dimension. In this dimension, a group of villains calling themselves the Seven Sages are trying to create a world without CPUs. With help from her new friends, Neptune begins her quest to protect a totally different game industry in her brand new adventure. From NIS America. And now, here's Anime Match Game.
So it's kind of like a take two. Get ready to match the stars from Vampire Knight, Mela. From Evangelion, Tiffany Grant. Gentleman and scholar, Charles Dunbar. From the Fairy Tale Podcast, Richie Roberts. From Laugh Out Loud Comedy, Mike Leneski. And from JeffreyVega.com, Jeffrey Vega. As we play the star-studded Anime Match Game. And the star of the Anime Match Game. Hi everybody, it's me, Greggo. Thank you ladies and gentlemen. Quiet theme song. Alright, welcome to the Anime Match Game. We are at Ichibancon 2013. This is a lovely evening in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've got a pretty decent crowd today. How are you doing tonight, guys? Easy for me to say. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun with our celebrities over here. Let's say hello to them. Hello, stars.
Hi, Greggo.
And I have some fresh faces over here this time around. Let's start up top. Mela Lee, here's the microphone tip. You want to pass it over? Let's welcome Mela, first time here on Match Game. And you may know Mela from Vampire Knight. I know her from one of my favorite shows, When They Cry. She is Rena from that.
Liar.
Are you enjoying your first Ichibancon?
I'm having a great time. I hope I get to come back next year.
Awesome. Well, welcome to you, and thank you very much for being on the show. Tiffany, we'll get back to you in a moment, darling, because we've done this song and dance a few times at this point. Mr. Charles Dunbar, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Anything of yours in particular that you would like to plug, sir?
I'm building an Evangelion across the hall, but other than that, no, actually I have nothing I feel like plugging today. That's very rare. Normally I don't stop talking.
All right. Well, welcome, sir. And we will give you an opportunity to plug at length towards the end of the program. So, all right. And our fun lower tier, you guys are going to be a lot of fun. Starting with Richie Roberts of the Fairy Tale Podcast.
See, he's already plugged it.
There you go.
Need I say more? Yeah, I do the podcast for the Fairy Tale manga and anime. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you do. It's a really, really good series. It's running 6 years now, and it's just amazing fun. We also do a Naruto podcast called Corner, and one of the interesting things that we do...
I'm on it.
Yeah, now. We brought him on for one show, and we can't get rid of him. It's like a flu that never goes away.
I know that sounds like when I put him on game shows.
I know, right? One of the most interesting things that we get to do on this is that we actually dub the manga and we use like silly voices that you would never ever expect to hear these characters being used. So like Killer Bee randomly sounds like Mark Hamill's Joker, or like it's off the wall. You never know what you're going to hear from week to week.
All right.
That's what makes it fun.
And where can we find it?
You can Google searches are usually the best, but you can go on YouTube. You can also go to Fairy Tale Podcast at WordPress, and also Konoha Corner at WordPress.
All right, and I'll talk to the Laugh Out Loud gentleman in a minute, but now we will have a conversation with Tiffany Grant, ladies and gentlemen, is here. I'm mixing it up. Tiffany and I have been doing this for years, so...
Since the 90s.
Yeah, actually, we've been doing Match Games since the 90s, so it's been a little while. What's going up with you lately?
Well, lately there's been a little bit more production ramping back up again. Worked on, in the past year, Infinite Stratos and Book of Ventura, and looking forward to some other projects coming up soon.
All right. So, and now our comedians. Let's
what did I do?
Them from Laugh Out Loud from the University of Georgia, Mike and Jeffrey.
Hello.
When he said Mike and Jeffrey, it was just me and the mic.
That's true. I've been on Chain Reaction a couple times. In fact, I'm wearing the shirt that I wore in Chain Reaction the last time. I think you put me in the closet. No, I haven't changed clothes since Ichibancon. So we're from Laugh Out Loud. You can follow us at improvUGA.facebook.com. I'm sorry, not Facebook. Facebook.com/improvUGA. Twitter, it's at improvUGA. The email is improvUGA@gmail.com. Our next convention will be Comic-Con. Well, next convention is next week. We'll be here again. But the convention after that is going to be Comic-Con in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with Doug Walker, the Nostalgia Critic. And then after that, we're going to have
I understand Comic-Con has a game show host coming too.
They do.
Yes, I'd also like to make sure you said the Twitter wrong. It's at ImprovUGA, and if we want to trend, let's trend ImprovUGA. We're going to do hashtag ImprovUGA, okay, everybody? Tweet from your phones tonight. Hashtag Greggo's Game Shows. I want to also do a plug for Greggo's Game Shows. You can like them on Facebook at facebook.com/Greggo's Game Shows.
Hey, thanks. I was going to do that later, but thanks for getting that out of the way. So appreciate that.
I mean, we didn't bring a 20.
That's what's up. Sorry, guys, I got to kill Jeffrey now.
All right. I want to self-promote myself again. Since these guys are talking about blogs and whatnot, you can find me online at studyofanime.com, where I'm starting a whole new project on otakudom and identity that I need people who are willing to write stuff for.
Well, there you go. You heard it here, maybe not first, but we already see some hands in the audience. Really? All right. We've got two contestants over here. Let's welcome them to the show. We've got Jeremy and Jillian. Let's welcome them. All right. Jeremy, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What you do, sir?
I am from right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And last year, this game, I didn't have a job, so I introduced myself as an actor/comedian. Well, that was a lie. I work at a call center, so that's fun. I have to pretend I don't hate the people on the other line, so you could say I've been voice acting all my life.
Very good, sir. And Jillian is here. If you would please, a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What you do?
I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm in high school.
All right, well, very exciting life. I'm actually moving to Pennsylvania here in about a month, so welcome to you and good luck. On Match Game, we have 2 questions, and then we'll have 2 more questions, and you've got to try to match as many of these guys as you can in the questions. Who's ever done that the most often will win the game and go on to the fabulous Super Match, where you can win over 10,000 yen in prizes from our sponsors. All right, so Jeremy, you get to go first. You guys decided that. We have 2 questions sitting over here. We've got A, we've got B. Which would you like?
I will take B.
He says he wants B. All right, brand new game. Everybody plays, and here is the B question. Oh, and it's too bad that he's not here because this one was about him. All right. Garter Belt said, "All the things I usually stash in my afro, and the reason the TSA wouldn't let me fly was the blank I forgot I had in my pockets." All the things I usually stash in my afro, and the reason the TSA wouldn't let me fly was the blank I forgot I had in my pockets.
PG-13?
PG-13.
Oh boy.
Yes, we are all PG-13. Whenever you're ready, put your card and pen down so that I know.
Oh, I better.
All right, and the upper tier is set, and the lower tier is almost set. Jeffrey is writing a novel.
That's a full paragraph going on right there, I'm telling you.
You ready? Okay, he's ready. All right. So, Jeremy, Garter Belt said, "All the things I usually stash in my afro, and the reason the TSA wouldn't let me fly was the blank I forgot I had in my pocket."
This is the one line I'm not entirely sure of, but I think it was a nail file.
The nail file. All right. Well, it makes sense, you know. I think you're allowed to fly with those now, though. All right. So, We are looking for a nail file, and we're going to start with Mela Lee. Please show us your response.
The rocket in my pocket.
Which is certainly not a nail file, but the audience sure liked it. All right, Tiffany Grant, what are you offering?
Well, you know, Greg, I think I came up with the kind of response that people have come to expect from me, so I said the vibrator.
The vibrator. So it's going to be
PG-13, he says.
Well, that's technically. I mean, there are other things that vibrate.
It's an old cell phone.
There you go. All right, Charles, we're looking for a nail file.
I apparently didn't sleep enough. I wrote napalm.
Napalm. That fits for Garterbelt, though. He is quite explosive. So, all right, Richie, we are looking for a nail file, sir.
I was just trying to think of the most random thing I possibly could, and I got cat carrier.
The cat carrier? Wow. He's got like...
I changed my answer because I went, oh, it's PG-13, I can't say that. But I went with cat girl.
Cat girl.
But the first answer was condom. Now I know I can say that.
All right, last chance for a nail file. Jeffrey.
Greggo, can you repeat the sentence again so I can see if I did this right?
Garterbelt said, all the things I usually stash in my afro, and the reason the TSA wouldn't let me fly was the blank I forgot I had in my pocket.
The wrong boarding pass to the particular destination that he was flying to on that day?
No, that's not a match. That's not a match. The judge, who had a sticky trigger finger, says no. You're playing literal match game over here. All right, well, Jeremy, you struck out on that one, but that's okay. Round one questions are all over the map.
I don't think I'll be trying next time.
All right. Jillian, you get A. Here is your question. So, the anime version of Powerpuff Girls was actually pretty good. Anyone seen it? Yeah, it was actually pretty good, right? Yeah. Well, I've seen part of the anime version of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. What? And not so much. All the ponies are being redesigned as blank. So Powerpuff Girls is pretty good, but not so much My Little Pony. All the ponies are being redesigned as blank. It's anime, so think about that as you come up with your answer. If you can't come up with a great answer, that's okay. Round one is open to interpretation. The obvious ones usually start coming up in round two, where we're trying to get a winner. So, this is the fun, this is the make all the jokes you can and be hilarious. Then we need a winner, so we're not here all day with tie games. Speaking of being here all day, Jeffrey, what are you doing over there? Because everybody else is ready. Look, I'm turning on all the lights here, saying that everyone else has complete... No, stop that. Jeffrey, you're screwing up your own podium over here.
It's not an essay. This isn't finals week. That was like a month ago.
Go, go, go. Okay, you're not allowed to change your answer, but we're moving on. So here we go. All right. Jillian, so the anime version of Powerpuff Girls was actually pretty good. Seen part of the anime version of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and not so much. All the ponies are being redesigned as... Big Boob Ladies. This could be open to interpretation.
Why did I not answer that? It was so obvious.
All right, so we are looking for ladies with a little something extra in the chestal area, or something along
I was trying to think of a PG-13 way of saying what I was about to say. I don't know where I got the idea. I said inflatables.
Yeah, we'll take that. All right.
I said that the ponies were being redesigned as robots.
As robots, yep, that is a good answer, but not a match. All right, Charles Dunbar.
I said, a very similar Tiffany, giant female robots.
Giant female robots. Well, Not necessarily, because now that we're in Moe, and apparently having a small chest is desirable too among the crowd, they don't necessarily have a large chest, so we can't match that.
But they are big robots.
They are big robots. Just
big female robots.
Richie Roberts, what are you offering? Actually, I put that in the wrong direction for there we go. There we go.
I had Death of the Brain thanks to somebody who was actually on one of our shows, and I was just like, yeah, lobsters with ninja headbands. Anybody who's watched Toby's Tales.
I think it's suffice to say that's not a match. All right, Mike Leneski.
I was on the right track, but I said high school girls.
High school girls.
Now I got fruits back.
I know, it's sad, because again,
we're not going to match that. Mela had the right idea and with what she was saying there on that, so that's a match. All right, Jeffrey, let's read this novel.
Greggo, I'm sorry again. Could you please repeat this?
The anime version of Powerpuff Girls was actually pretty good. I've seen part of the anime version of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and not so much. All the ponies are being redesigned as...
I put new ponies because isn't that what redesign means? And then I put a dictionary.com link to the word redesign, and then it says adjective in parentheses, and it's like new ponies.
No!
Was I close?
No! No, you were not, sir. All right, so I see how this is going to go.
I don't know how to play.
All right, so at the end of round one, we have Jillian with 1. Jeremy has yet to match, which means Jillian is going first as we move on to round 2. You have 2 questions to choose from, Jillian. Would you like A or B?
B.
B. All right, now, Mela, since you matched her this time, you do not participate in this one, since you have already matched. You can still write something down, it just won't count. So, all right, here we go. Sadly, Vegeta had to be put on a special diet. After seeing his doctor, it turns out his blank was over 9,000. Vegeta had to be put on a special diet. After seeing his doctor, it turns out his blank was over 9,000.
It's only because I've heard him say it. Oh my god.
Yep, the tear's already done.
Jeffrey Writing Month starts in January, guys.
So it looks like we actually found him, right? Right here.
I think so.
He's just getting ready for it.
All right, as the music dies down,
Don't forget the
he's
French
out of the
translation.
card.
Oh, yeah, that's important. And Japanese, remember what con you're at.
All right, Jeffrey's going to go to town. All right, Jillian, you can take a commanding lead with this. Sadly, Vegeta had to be put on a special diet. After seeing his doctor, it turns out his blank was over 9,000.
Is it how PG rated?
Has to be PG-13.
Okay. And stomach.
His stomach was over 9,000. Okay, we'll see if we have any stomachs over here. Incidentally, Mela, what would you have said?
I would have said cholesterol.
Ha! See, because that's a good answer. All right, Tiffany Grant, we're looking for a stomach.
I said cholesterol.
It's cholesterol, yeah, it was over. I think that might very well be the answer here. Charles?
I said his hair.
His hair? All right, well, we're getting close. That's at least a body part. Okay, Richie, what do we got?
We're getting further and further from what it should be. I said his mom is over 9,000.
I don't know what kind of a special diet that would require.
I'm not sure, but I don't think I want to go on it.
It's new from the store. Daddy-o.
So originally I was going to write cholesterol, and then it dawned on me, no. Weight is better.
Weight, yeah. His weight was over 9,000. That's it. Nah, but it's not, because lots of things have weight.
I know.
All right, Jeffrey, what have you got,
We
sir?
come to the essay portion of the
Can you read this sentence again?
Jeffrey, this is a half-hour show, sir.
The amount of times that that meme has been made, which is 9,000?
No.
Oh.
All right. So, sadly you struck out there, but you still have one, which means that Jeremy, you need 1 to tie and 2 to win. And this time everybody plays. And here is your question, which could be for the game. And remember, guys, PG-13. Lucy said, "The next time Gray strips down to his skivvies in front of me, I'm going to knock him out, grab a magic marker, and doodle all over his blank." The next time Gray strips down to his skivvies, yeah, this one was for you, Richie. In front of me, I'm going to knock him out, grab a magic marker, and doodle all over his blank. Audience, what do you think of these questions so far? All right, upper tier's done, and as usual, oh wow, that was, you finished before the music was over. Holy cow! All right, Jeremy, you need at least 1 to stay in the game. Lucy said, "The next time Gray strips down to his skivvies in front of me, I'm going to knock him out, grab a magic marker, and doodle all over his."
I'm gonna go with a more obvious face.
All right, that would be the traditional anime answer. Now, if we have face 1 time over here, you tie. If we have at least 2 faces over here, you win. Mela, we are looking for face. What are you offering?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
See, when it's fairy tale stuff, they don't care.
She said the next...
Well, I think
all
there is
right.
an obvious answer at a party if somebody passes out, what you would draw on. But then I thought, what would I draw that obvious answer on but a face?
A face. All right, so 1 more face will do it. Tiffany.
I was thinking of a different end of the body. I guess I was chewing off the word skivvies.
Oh, dear.
I said weenie.
But at least you said it in a way that we don't have to bleep it from the video. All right, 1 more face will do it. Charles Dunbar.
I unfortunately are giving you the parental advisory because it wasn't PG-13.
All right, you'll be able to see the pay for download version. Well, you'll be able to see what Charles Dunbar actually said.
Check it out on Blu-ray.
All right, the fairy tale person now gets a chance to respond to the fairy tale question.
All right. I'm going to have to disappoint somebody in here, and that's sad because I also chose face.
Face, and that is a win for hello. There we go. There we are. All right, Mike. Jeffrey, what did you guys say? Face. Face. And how about you, Jeffrey?
Magic marker board.
All right, so unfortunately that means that Jillian, we've got to say goodbye to you. Thank you very much for being on the match game. Give it up for Jillian. And while we're spinning you off, we're going to spin these words your way. Stay tuned, YouTube. Pay attention. Mela, I must say, you're doing a bang-up job at keeping me on my toes on this game. So you're the Brett Summers there. Although Tiffany's in the Brett Summers chair, you're definitely playing the Brett Summers on this one. So all right, now going into the second game, we're going to give you an opportunity to plug whatever that you would like for the audience for the second video that we're doing for the second game. So. Jeffrey is the Joyce Bulifant of the anime match game because she had some pretty nutty answers, and that's
You got it all wrong, honey. I'm Paul Lynn sitting right here.
I'm obviously Richard Dawson. My favorite Paul Lynde, really quickly. My favorite Paul Lynde on Hollywood Squares was, all right. So we've got Peter Marshall, and the contestant calls for Paul Lynde. Paul Lynde. When a man falls off the side of the ship, you say man overboard. When a woman falls off the side of the ship, what do you say? Oh, stay in my head. Are we good? All right, we're here with Jeremy. We're at the Big Money Super Match, and here's how it works, Jeremy. We polled everyone on my Facebook, facebook.com/Greggo's Game Shows, and we got their best response to this. Soul blank. Now, if you come up with the answer they said the most often, we will pay you 500 yen if you come up with the one they say the most often. 250 for the one they said the second, and 100 for the third. Now, you do not have to go it alone. 3 of our celebrities may help you one at a time. Choose one.
Okay. I'm going to go with Mike.
All right, Mike Leneski, how do you fill in that blank? Soul Eater. Soul Eater, says Mike. Audience, what do you think of that? Audience likes that. All right. And you get another.
Okay. How about Mela?
Mela, how would you fill in that blank? Soul Soul Reaper, says Mela. Yeah, audience, you like that one? Yeah, all right. And one more.
Jeff looks like he doesn't want to be put on the spot.
All right, Jeff, what are you saying, Jeffrey?
I would say Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur, all right. So, you have Soul Calibur, you have Soul Reaper, and you have Soul Eater. You may choose one of those, or if you feel you have a better one, you may go out on your own. What are you thinking?
I believe it's Soul.
All right, he says it's Soul Eater. All right, we're looking for Soul Eater under the 500 yen response. But first, we've got to see what is under the 100 yen response. Soul Taker. All right, anyone know what Soul Taker is?
I'm sorry, is it a Emilio Estevez movie?
Oh, wow. I've seen the Mystery Science Theater do up with that one. All right, we are looking for Soul Eater. Let's see the 250 yen response. Soul Calibur, which was sent by Vega. All right, audience, what do you think is on top?
Oh boy, everybody screwed up this guy.
All right, let's see it. All right, Soul Eater is right. You're just getting high fives all over the place. All right, Jeremy, so that means that you have won 500 yen, which means the least that you will be playing for is... Which means the least you'll be playing for is 10 times that amount, or 5,000 yen. But you see a wheel up there, and you see those little gold star areas with our 6 celebrities there? You can spin that wheel and land it in one of those gold star areas. We will double that up and you'll be playing for 10,000 yen in prizes. So get up there, grab real high on the wheel, give it a good spin, and let's see what happens. All right. Wow, that's pretty impressive. How'd you do that? All right, looking for a double. Come on, audience. Double. It's slowing down, it's slowing down. Okay, Charles, it has landed on you, sir. Going for 5,000 yen, and here we go. For 5,000 yen, here's the question. Now face me so you don't see what Charles is writing. All right, for 5,000 yen, Captain blank. Captain blank. All right, so he is done. Now, what do you think will match Charles Dunbar for 5,000 yen? Captain.
Charles, please. America?
All right, he says America will match you for 5,000 yen, and he's wearing the shirt. Charles, what have you got, sir?
I feel so bad. I wrote Captain Kirk.
For the record,
sorry.
I was going to say Crunch. Crunch, Captain Crunch.
And this is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow.
All right. Well, Jeremy, you won 5,000 yen, plus you won 2,000 yen, you won 1,000 yen just for getting here, so you won 1,500 yen on Anime Match Game. How do you feel, sir?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jeremy. All right. We got another part of the YouTube video coming up for you guys, but for now, these messages.